So whether you're working from a big corporate office or just a corner of your home, that space, it's having a huge impact on your health and how much you get done every single day. In this explainer, we're going to break down some really simple science you can use to make your workspace way safer and a whole lot more comfortable.
I mean, just think about the chair you're in right now. Is it your friend or is it kind of your enemy? You spend, 8 hours a day in it? But is it actually helping you or is it secretly causing all that strain and discomfort? It's a really serious question, and the answer, well, it impacts how you feel every single day.
Luckily, there's a solution, and it has a name, Ergonomics. Now, I know it sounds a little technical, right? But the idea behind it is super simple. It's all about making your work environment fit you, instead of you having to twist yourself into a pretzel to fit your environment. The whole point is to max out your productivity and efficiency, all while keeping you comfy and healthy. It's a win-win.
And, this isn't just about feeling a little more comfortable. The stakes here are actually way, way higher. So let's talk about why getting this right is so critical, not just for you, but for entire companies.
First off, this is not just a nice-to-have perk. Nope, employers have what's called a legal duty of care to make sure their employees are safe. This was all laid out in the Occupational Safety and Health Act way back in 1970. So yeah, it's not a suggestion, it is the law. And when we talk about stakes, they are incredibly high. Just look at this number. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we're talking about almost 4,700 fatal work injuries in the US in just 1 year. Now, okay, a lot of those aren't happening in a typical office, but it drives home a really fundamental point. Making safety a priority, no matter where you work, is absolutely non-negotiable.
And get this, that's just the fatal incidents. We haven't even touched on the non-fatal ones yet. We're talking about a staggering 3.6 million reported injuries and illnesses in 1 year. Think about that. Every single one of those numbers is a person. It's lost time, it's medical bills, and it's a real tangible impact on someone's life.
So really, it all boils down to two very different paths. You can have neglect, which, let's be honest, just leads to high costs, terrible morale, and a completely burnt-out team. Or you can have a proactive culture of care. And what does that get you? More engagement, better productivity, and a team that genuinely feels valued. I mean, the choice seems pretty obvious, right?
Okay, so that's the big picture. But let's zoom in a bit. Let's talk about your personal space. How can you take control and master your own workstation setup?
All right, let's do a quick little audit of your setup right now. Super easy, just 5 steps. Go ahead and check with me. Number 1, are your feet flat on the floor? 2, does your chair actually support your lower back? 3, is the top of your screen roughly at eye level? 4, when you're typing, are your arms supported? And 5, this is a big one, are you actually giving your eyes a break every now and then? Seriously, these 5 simple checks can make a world of difference. Okay, so let's say your personal desk is all dialed in. Awesome. But safety doesn't stop at the edge of your desk. Now it's time to zoom out and put on our hazard detective hats. We need to scan the whole environment, whether that's a big office or just the room you're working in at home. All right, first up, and probably the most common danger out there, the trip hazard. You know what I'm talking about. That one loose cable that snakes across the floor, that corner of the rug that's always peeling up, the box you meant to move but just left in the walkway. Yeah, these are the things our brains start to ignore, but trust me, they are just accidents waiting to happen.
And then we've got slip hazards. That little bit of coffee you spilled this morning and thought you cleaned up, or the wet floor right by the door when it's raining. Basically, anything that makes a surface slick is a huge risk, and it's something that needs to be dealt with, right away. And last but not least, we have the silent hazard, shock. We're talking about frayed electrical cords, power strips that are totally overloaded, or even just touching a light switch with wet hands. When it comes to electricity, safety is it's completely non-negotiable.
So think of this as your mental checklist when you're doing that scan of your environment. You're looking for the obvious stuff, right? Messy cords, spills, torn carpets. But please pay extra attention to the one thing we all tend to forget. Are the emergency exits totally clear? It's such a simple thing, but it's something everyone can help keep an eye on.
So, spotting the problems is step 1. That's great, but how do we actually build a system, a culture, really, where safety just becomes second nature? Let's get into how we can put all of this into practice.
And here's a really important idea to hold on to. A healthy office environment doesn't just happen. It's not an accident. It takes proactive, intentional steps. Safety isn't a passive thing. It's the direct result of consistent effort.
And you know what the best part is? You don't have to figure all this out on your own. There are some fantastic and totally free resources out there to help you. Big organizations like OSHA and the Canadian Centre for Occupational Health and Safety have all these free online tools and checklists. You can literally use them to give your own workspace a professional-grade assessment like today.
So, after all this, what's the one big takeaway? What's the most important thing to remember? It's really just a simple shift in how you think about it. See health and safety not as a cost, but as an investment.
Because at the end of the day, when a company invests in a safe, ergonomic workplace, they're sending a really clear message. And that message is, our people matter. Your people are your most valuable asset, and protecting that asset, well, that's just common sense, isn't it?
So I'm going to leave you with one final question. I want you to look around your workspace right now. After everything we've talked about, what is the one small change you're going to make today to invest in your own health and safety?